Hello, Indy here with your Luma lessons, tips and tricks, and today's subject is subjects. Let's have a look. From the top, let's log in to my instance. The capture's not showing the URL here, but I've got my own URL, which you know, indy.luma1, and here I am logging in as an administrator. Now the default is to take me into the hub. We're not going to stay there today. So this is the home page, and effectively everything you want to do starts here. So do I want to upload a video, use a YouTube video, record something using my webcam, do a screen record for a software demo, reuse content which is in the system, create a playlist, assessment, manage projects, share content and report. So that's where it all starts. What we're going to do today is look at categorizing. So over here we call this the cog or the wheelhouse. So I like the wheelhouse idea, but this is where it all happens to manage some of your content. So let's start off with creating subjects. You can see here that I have already built some subjects that I want to make content on. I want to make content for artificial intelligence, and I'm going to make content about authoring, about management, about reporting. And what you can see there is that I can have a subnode of AI. So I'm going to make AI content about assessments, languages, and how to use AI for creating questions. Now authoring is a bigger subject, so you can see here I've got adding content, adding hotspots, questions, surveys, and I might want to add another subject to authoring. For example, if I right click, then I can add a subnode, and let's say I wanted to make a video about topics, which I know I will make. So here we are, topics. And if I really want to drill down into it, I can add a subnode to a subnode. For example, surveys might have polls. So that is really important when we actually start creating content and adding to it, because we end up with, in learning terms, something called a taxonomy, which basically means sorting your stuff out. Very, very helpful when you end up with loads of content. I don't have loads of content right now. I've just got that film that I made. You may or may not have seen this, but this is a piece of camera that I did with a mate, and you can see if I look at this and I look at the settings here, how is this saved in subject? Well, I've come over here to the metadata. This is in the subject of Indy. How exciting. But that's for general bits of video that I'm going to make. And why is that important? Because ultimately when I end up with a lot of video in here, this will change over time now, I can sort by subject. So that is today's little lesson, tip, whatever. But when you start bringing content in, make sure you use the subjects descriptor, because over time that's going to make stuff much better. That's today's tip. Remember, when you get into Luma1, if you're a customer, it's all explained much better here in the Learn section by Terra. So lots of videos here. I'm just trying to make it accessible to you if you're not a customer yet. Cheers.